Welcome to Campaign Corner on SCB TV. I'm Charles Hord. I'm joined today by Tina Marie Coria. And Tina, it's a pleasure to have you here with us. And Tina, we know that you are running for District 2 County Commissioner here in Henry County. And so we'd like to welcome you to Campaign Corner. And I want to jump right into your background, Tina, because you've got such an extensive background. And so I wanted to jump right into that. So tell me who you are and how you came to run for County Commission District 2.
Thank you, Mr. Hord, and thank you for having me on Campaign Corner. My name is Tina Marie Coria, as he said, and I'm a candidate for District 2 here in Henry County, and proud to be a candidate for that position. My background, I started out as a young whippersnapper with Lloyd Benson, who was chairman of the Senate Finance Committee, and also later became the Secretary of Treasury under the Clinton administration. I'm a mother, proud to be a mother, married to my husband for 40 years, and 4 kids, 6 grandkids. Just my community is important to me. I go to Community Bible Church as well as United Methodist Church in Jonesboro. I have been involved with Boy Scouts forever. Both my sons are Eagle Scouts, and I'm proud of that. And community is important to me.
So why run for District 2 County Commissioner?
Well, because I live there, and I've lived there for 30 years. And if you came to Henry County like I did 30 years ago, you came here on purpose. You came here because, no matter where you worked or where you were at the time, you came here because you saw a quality of life in Henry County that you couldn't get in Atlanta or you couldn't get in some of the other suburbs. And here in Henry County, we put people first, we put education first, and it just really meant a lot to me. It was where you could come home and still have all of the amenities of a semi-rural community, and yet still have all the amenities of an urban area, because I love the Braves and love going into Atlanta as well for those things. But we are not Atlanta South. We are a beautiful community south of Atlanta.
Well said. Tina, you mentioned earlier your work with Sam Nunn and with Zell Miller in education. So tell me, how do you believe that your background would equip you to be a good commissioner for Henry County?
Well, I'll be honest with you, Mr. Hord. I had a lot of wonderful ideas that I've been promoting for 30 years, and those were going to be my priorities initially. But because of COVID-19, our world has changed, and my priorities just before I launched my campaign on March the 6th, my priorities then are not the same now. The world has changed, and my military background is going to kick in, and if I'm blessed enough to be elected, we need to do a damage assessment report. We have people hurting. We have teachers that cannot connect with their kids. We have people going hungry. Today, I hope everybody's out at the racetrack today and helping our community, because kids got to eat, and right now we're in a very dire situation. We also need to do an after-action report. What could we have done better in a crisis? And I'm sorry, when you're giving out raises, that you should not be giving out, because we really need to control our expenses right now. We need to be looking at what Henry County is going to need to do 2020 going forward, because if we do not get our affairs in order and save our mom and pops and put our economic sustainability first and our educational sustainability first, we are not going to be the county we want to be.
In District 2, the Bethlehem Road interchange is a big topic out there. Talk about that, whether you support it or not, and if you feel like that will ease some of the traffic in that area.
Well, as I've said before, they tried to make Mount Carmel a interchange, and we worked years ago. They convinced us that was going to take care of traffic, and as you see now, that would not have taken care of traffic in District 2. I don't know. That's the reason that you have a panel. You leave this to experts to look at what our problems are. The citizens need to be involved. The citizens need to say, my road is a problem, and I want that fixed. And so if the Citizens Advisory, they will put together a plan that we can implement within 90 days for some short-term solutions, and then we will also incorporate any of those long-term things into our master plan that is in alignment with our comprehensive future land use map.
I'm a Georgia Hope Scholar recipient, and
Yay!
I've got to go to school on the Hope
Yay!
Grant. So you mentioned your work with Zell Miller and Sam Nunn on the Hope Scholarship. Let's talk about education in Henry County, in your district, District 2. Again, you've got to all 4 cities. There's a lot of schools in all 4 cities. Talk about education in District 2.
Well, education in District 2, I am really proud that we are now, our schools are upward bound, and there for a while they were being ranked very, very low. And, you know, all you have to do is look at Clayton County. If you do not have your Board of Commissioners involved with the Board of Education, you end up like Clayton County, and that's what happened. The Clayton County Commissioners were doing their thing, and just all they cared about was money. The Board of Education was trying so hard to take care of these kids and do things, but you know, they were like this. And we need to be like this. It needs to be in complete unison, because education needs to be number one. And as you know, our children's opportunities are going to be based on whether or not they got their education. And I want children to be able to say, I got my education in Henry County, and I'm proud of that. So we'll be upward bound, and right now my heart goes out to the teachers. I am not going to get the Teacher of the Year award, although I'm trying to help my children with homeschooling my grandchildren. They're in public education. What is heartbreaking is right now is the children that we can't reach. So when you go online for your Google Meet, you're not able to know, you know, those 7, 8, 9 kids that aren't showing up, we're not able to know. That's got to change, and we should have had a COVID-19 emergency management plan. That's good sense to have something in plan going forward. So, you know, accountability, transparency, and making sure that we hit the missions that we set out to do, because honestly, without a goal, you aim at nothing. And so those are my goals.
You mentioned earlier sex trafficking. A lot of people think that sex trafficking is really something, an issue that's confined in Atlanta because of the airport. Talk about how that affects Henry County and what you're planning to do about that.
Well, because I-75 is a major corridor, and we're easy on, easy off, and Henry Town Center has become a really hot pocket for sex trafficking. Along with, sex trafficking is not what you think it is. You think that it's somebody grabbing you and kidnapping you and taking you off the street. What people don't realize is that in sex trafficking, kids are seduced, and they do not understand the art of a seducer. And so, you know, it's being hidden, it's underground, and you don't have anybody that's really looking for the signs. We have a very serious problem here, and again, I will work with law enforcement. I've already talked to a friend of mine who is on assignment from Secret Service to be able to work on sex trafficking here in Henry County. And you know, we definitely have ideas to end it, because I'm sorry, it's not acceptable in Henry County. It's not acceptable.
Well, Tina, it's been a great talk, and we could sit and talk about this all day long, and
Thank you.
I have enjoyed this. But Tina, if people want to know more about you, who you are, and what your stance is on certain things, how can they find out more about you?
Well, please visit me on Facebook, Tina Marie Coria, or please go to my website, coriaforhenry.com, and you know, go talk to my neighbors, talk to my community, ask questions, because I think you should. And when you get down to it, please, on May 18th, please pull a Democratic ballot if you vote early, but at least by June 9th, pull a Democratic ballot, and please vote for Tina Marie Coria. And together, we'll make Henry County better, not bigger.
Tina, it's been fantastic talking to you today. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you, sir.
That's going to wrap it up for us today here at Campaign Corner. I'm Charles Horde alongside Tina Marie Coria, saying thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.